Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Borderlands 3 and their future patches and hotfixes which they just released on Twitter. So what I'm going to do here is just go through the list. I'm not going to talk about everything, so I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to know everything about it. But I'm going to be going over the more important things. So right away, we get the Bloody Harvest. It is here from October 24th all the way to December the 5th. There are also a couple of stability changes, as you can see here, just bugs and crashes that happen during the game. Now in the General tab, we have something very important for consoles. Mayhem mode is now available in True Vault Hunter mode on consoles. They also added photo mode for consoles. I did not even know photo mode was not working on consoles. And they also added the EchoCast extension for Twitch in case some of you guys wanted to stream on Twitch with console. Well, now you can, and it's also great that they brought this out along with an event. That way there's more interest in watching some Borderlands 3 streams. They add the EchoCast extension to consoles, give people even more of a reason to watch. And for weapon changes, what we have here is actually pretty amazing. The Flacker now consumes 1 ammo instead of 5. I don't know if this is a buff. It sounds like a buff. I'm going to test it out and probably work on a video for that. But if they buffed it, that means that they just gave up. They saw the community's outrage about their beloved weapon, the Flacker, and they just made it good. I mean, the nerf didn't really do anything to it, so I guess all they did was just give us our weapon back, so we'll see about that one. They also mentioned a couple more bug fixes that are going on with the game with certain missions, and this is what they have to say about all these bug fixes. There are a lot of notes taken, and we're still working hard at addressing reported issues in Borderlands 3. But given that we're just about a month out from Borderlands 3 launch, we'd like to take this opportunity to outline our plans for future updates, including some of the community's most frequently requested changes. There can always be unforeseen challenges when working on patches and hotfixes, so we'll keep you posted on more concrete release timings as these updates continue to progress. Here's a look at some of the things we're working to implement in future patches. So they have performance and stability, which is one of their top priorities. They also have a very important one that the community has been asking for a lot, and that is the bank. Expanding the bank has been the most consistently requested feature by the community. We've heard you loud and clear, and the groundwork for expanding the bank has already started. The first several planned expansions will coincide with the release of takedowns at Maliwan's backside. Expect a significant bank expansion that will more than double the existing space. That means that we are going to get more than 50 slots. So more than double, I assume about 75 more slots than what we have now. So that is very good if you ask me. In case any Borderlands 3 devs are watching this, can you also add another little bank next to the big one that's shared between characters? Maybe another one with like 40 spaces just for that character? I think that'll be great. So next up, they talk about dedicated loot pools for bosses. Now, they were talking about this on one of their live streams, and what this means is that they're gonna make bosses drop specific gear. Like certain bosses are gonna have their own loot pool. That way, when you're grinding for an item, you know who to try and kill the most. They also talk about character buffs in the late stages of the game when Mayhem mode is active. And they're talking about their abilities and their little helpful friends that don't do anything, like Moses Iron Bear, Flax Pets suck in Mayhem 3. Zane's Digiclones just sucks, and the SNTL sucks. Like they hardly do anything in Mayhem 3. So they're gonna go ahead and work on that so they can actually do some work. And now, here is the deal. What is probably the most anticipated thing by me, Mayhem 4. Additional Mayhem levels and Mayhem 2.0. So they say that Mayhem mode has been a fantastic addition to the Borderlands world, and they have been receiving community feedback. So the first update released as a part of the takedown at Maliwan's backside will include the new Mayhem 4. Apparently, there will be higher level enemies, they're going to be way tougher, and they're going to give you highly synergized character build rewards, so that is something to look forward to. There will also be new legendary gear that will only drop in Mayhem 4 to reward those players who are truly up for the challenge. And in the long term, they plan on releasing Mayhem mode with more UI, more support. They're calling it Mayhem 2.0. Next up, they were talking about vending machines, and they're going to make more vending machines that have better items. Because apparently there's been an outcry for vending machines, which I had no idea, but people want a vending machine, so they're going to bring us more vending machines in the future. And then, the moment we've all been waiting for. Skippable cinematics. I don't even know how far into the game we are already. I've run through the story about, I want to say like 7, 8, 10, maybe 10 times. I'm not sure. But at least in the future ones, whenever I do True Vault Hunter mode on the rest of the characters, I can skip them. So I'm going to wait for this update before I even do it again. And then next up, we got a target dummy. And this is going to be an easier way to test your builds. Target dummy in Sanctuary. And I think this is a great idea because you go into a boss fight and there's modifiers. You want to test out with neutral modifiers, no nerfs, no nothing. You want to see if one thing is better than another. The fastest way to do it would be with a dummy instead of re-rolling your Mayhem modifiers until you get the exact same modifiers. So I think this is a great idea. Thank you, Gearbox. You guys are the best. And that's basically it. That is what is going on with the future of the game. Of course, right now, in this moment, what we have is the first few things we talk about, like the Bloody Harvest coming here, the console fixes and all the bug fixes, the console Mayhem mode and console EchoCast, all that stuff is here now. The rest of the things like the bank space, dedicated loot pools for bosses, character buffs, Mayhem 4, vending machines, and skippable cinematics are all gonna come in the near future. But anyways, guys, I hope you found this video informative. I'll leave you guys there. Enjoy the Bloody Harvest event. Make sure you guys have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.